if there's some piece of information that's going viral but it's wrong, then we want notes to fix it before it goes too viral too fast. But then that's weighed against us having enough contributors to the note and enough validation of the note by trusted contributors to be able to actually make that note visible. So now, as more people see the note and contribute and comment, that increases the sort of credibility score and the sort of meaningfulness score of the note, and then it will surface faster. So, but I do think it's one of the most powerful things that we've got to get to assess the truth, and the notes apply to everyone. It applies to me. It applies to advertisers. It applies to presidents of countries. There's notes apply to everything on the site, and I think what we do see happening, or at least my sort of observation, is that once people get noted a few times, they're a little more careful in the future about what they say. So, some prominent accounts out there where they've been community noted a couple times, I've noticed that they now are a little more accurate in what they say, which is encouraging.
Great. Up next is Abhishek.
Hi, Mr. Musk. Big fan here. My question is about the Twitter communities. When the feature came out, I was thinking it's a big change. It was supposed to be good for me because I'm into the field of machine learning, so I could just join a community and learn about the new things there. But seems like lately it's all spam and bots there in the communities. So are you planning to bring the recommendation algorithms to communities and also recommend communities based on the user's interest?
There's a whole sort of set of things we've got to solve, because we've got communities, we've got circles, we've got topics, and there's so many different things, and lists. So now, probably the best way to get information about a specific topic is actually to create a list. So if you get a Twitter pinned list, the pinned list will then appear as a menu item at the top. So you can swipe right from for you to following to whatever list you create, and that I think is the best way to follow detailed information on a particular subject without being subject to bot spam. But something we need to do is we need to make it easier to create a list and to recommend high quality lists in particular subject areas.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Abhishek. Up next is Madi.
Hey, there is a question about a piece of code in the repo that you've just published about a line of code that is labeling some tweets that the author is Elon. Can you please explain about that?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, guys, what's going on?
Yeah, this is the Hofei, and yes, we do release the code that its author is Elon and author in different groups. If you read the code carefully, that's only for stats tracking purposes, and it has nothing to do with the algorithm. It's only for stats tracking purposes. The reason why we put it in to make sure that the product changes that we have made, no matter it's around the algorithm or user experience, and we want to make sure we don't bias towards one group versus another one. So that's why the group exists. So yeah, that's why the code is there. So and there's no special treatment on algorithm at all. It's just only for stats tracking purposes.
Yeah, I've already seen that part of the code that is talking about the metrics, but isn't it weird that you have 4 categories and one of them is Elon?
I think it's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first time I'm learning this, by the way.
So that's the privilege of being open source. So you can see it in GitHub now.
Yeah, Joe,
Yeah.
that's one of the big reasons that we open source all these things. We're looking for feedback. We're looking for areas to improve, and we'll make improvement aggressively.
We love open source. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Elon, at a glance, I think we've spoken to a lot of the engineers that have their hand up on the call. We can continue going or open it up to other comments, but just want to pulse check with you.
I think this is good. Thanks everyone for your feedback. And yeah, we'll be making a lot of changes to the Twitter recommendation algorithm based on the recommendations that you make about changing it. So expect a lot of bug fixes and modifications at a really high clip in the weeks to come. Thank you for your feedback and helping to make Twitter a more awesome place to be. Thanks.
Great. Thank you, Elon. Thank you, everyone, for joining.